not Friday when you're watching this, have you hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get notifications when we go live on Friday? Oh my goodness, what a fun season we are about to embark on. We have got so many luscious pieces for you to enjoy, and they just really are for any kind of style personality, any lifestyle, any body type. We've got all the colors, so we're here for it. Today, we're going to be talking about body types and just kind of sharing some tips about dressing your particular body type and some of the garments that are on the current fall 23 line with Cabby to maybe take a look at if that is your body type. So I'm going to share the triangle and the hourglass today. And I'm going to get right into my first body type, which is the triangle. So with a triangle, that means that your hips are wider than your shoulders. And so we're trying to create that optical illusion of widening your shoulders to balance out the hips, because the hourglass is the perfect, or I don't even know if there's perfect, but the sought after body type, I guess. That's visually pleasing. And so we're always trying to kind of help the pieces or parts of our body that maybe we're not so happy with. So we may want to camouflage those or bring forward the areas that we want to call a little bit more attention to. So when I work with someone that is fuller through the hips than they are the shoulders, a lot of times we're looking at some darker colors on the bottom, because just like in art class, dark kind of recedes and light comes forward. So you can see I've got a bright pop of color here, a pattern. It instantly brings your eye up. The other thing I really like about this voyage blouse for, not rectangles. Oh, words are hard and thinking is hard today too, I think. Triangles is you can bring this neckline out so it's more of a boat neckline. So what that does is it creates more width, or the illusion of width, across your shoulders and balances out the hips. This also has got a fantastic waistband that really accentuates your nice tight little waist, and that's something that is fantastic. The other piece that works really well for the chargo is that it's got a fuller leg. So it's got this fantastic silhouette that just really balances out the body. Now, the next piece that I have is the keynote trouser. And you'll see that this is this is a straight leg. It's a slim fitting pant, still in the black. It's got a fantastic little notch here to really highlight your shoes. But then I've brought your eye up with, again, lighter colors. And this sweet little dapple top has got the ruching that just really creates a fantastic silhouette. Whether you have a tiny waist or not, it helps give you the illusion of that. You've got a V neckline, which is always slimming. And then I've cuffed up these sleeves to just really highlight the smallest part of the body. So they're hitting right about where her theoretical waist is. And that just really brings the attention up. And in the first case, we widened out the shoulders a little bit with the neckline and highlighted that waist. I will be back with Hourglass after Amy shares with you.
Wonder why Rebecca is so va-va-voom. She's got the ultimate body type we all want, that hourglass that you will be seeing coming up, and I'm so excited. On another note, if you happen to be an inverted triangle, meaning really narrow hips and really wide shoulders, just flip the script upside down on everything Rebecca just said. Put your color on the bottom and thin out your shoulders, and you will be good to go. So the rule is the same, just flipped upside down. Now, my body type that I'm going to talk about first happens to be my personal body type, and that's rectangle. And the definition or the rules per se of a rectangle is that we're basically proportional from our shoulders to our hips, and we do not have a defined waist. So instead of it curving like Rebecca's, okay, or like a triangle, we go like this. So we have wide shoulders, equal hips. My hips are like an inch more narrow than my shoulders, so I don't fit into any other category. But my waist, if you can see where my hands are, it does not go in. Like I'm literally straight down from my side of my hips right up my waist. So we do not have a defined waist. What does that mean? Well, oftentimes rectangles have a very athletic body, they're sporty. But guess what? I'm also going to be talking about the diamond, and we have the same problem. We need to create that waistline because it's not simply there. I mean, we have to draw the eye up. We have to create looks. So one of my rules is always to have a belt in my closet handy, but I'm going to go to my first look, and I took this right out of the lookbook because I feel like sometimes things get too out of the box and it's hard to visualize. So I wanted to show you that there's a look right in the lookbook that's really good for a rectangle. So I took our mesh deco top, our jet bralette, and those gorgeous trousers that Rebecca just talked up. They are amazing for a rectangle body. So she talked up the chargos. They have that high waist. They drape evenly. But what I love about them is because the waist is a little higher, it helps kind of slim in and create this look of the hourglass. Now you can do this one of two ways for a rectangle. You could leave your shirt out, and the crop top right here is going to draw the eye up to where the natural waist would be. So it's going to take the place of a belt. So if you're rectangle, you can look for belts or shorter jackets or anything that's going to draw the eye up. That's what we want. But I actually really like this kind of tucked in this situation so that you have the high waist of the pants and it's still drawing up to the bottom of this bralette. Now the second visual idea for you is I love a good classic white shirt. And this season we have a really, really fun one. Let me see if I can move my diamond over here for just a second. Our linear top is really, really fantastic. And I love it for many reasons for a rectangle. One, if you wear leggings, it's going to give you long enough length here. But if you do that, you need a belt. So I pulled out one of my favorite styles of belts. It's called an obi style belt. You can literally tie it anywhere on your waist that you need to. But if you're going to notice, I'm also wearing the cabi belt under this jacket, and the bright yellow is really good for me because it brings the eye up even under a little bit longer jacket. So an obi style belt is great because you can put this right at your natural waist, just where a higher rise pant would hit. And it's nice and comfortable. And then I have a nice little black skirt in our faux leather. And I just love this idea. I've got the long pinstripes, the really great belt that's going to define my waist. And everything else is pretty even proportioned, even if I put on a tight or went without tights. It really is just right here about creating that waist right through the middle, whether it's drawing the eye up or not. So I can't wait to see what Rebecca has on the hourglass, and then I will be back for the diamond. Rebecca?
Awesome, Amy. Well, the hourglass is all about that waist. So the waist tends to be quite small. Shoulders and hips are balanced with an hourglass. And if you're an hourglass, you know, but we kind of like to draw attention to the waist. I've done that with this little blazer that I'm going to show you more in the second outfit, but I wanted to show you in our fantastic trophy dress. So this is not showing up maybe as well on the camera as I would like. So I'm going to bring it forward, but this is our trophy dress. And this is a piece that's going to look fantastic on many, many body types, but I really love it for the hourglass because you've got some, it's fitted around the bust. So you're kind of given some va-va-voom with the bust, and then it just falls beautifully against the body and will highlight the shape. Now, as Amy was talking about with the obi belts, wide belts are a hourglasses friend big time, because you can add that to anything and really cinch in the waist and highlight that smallest part of your body. I've done a similar look with the Cherish blouse. So this Cherish blouse is a beautiful sheer piece. It gives you just a little bit more coverage than the spaghetti strap of the trophy dress. But then I've taken and unbuttoned it, and I've just tied up the ends here. So this is going to just really bring in right underneath the bust, highlight how tiny you are, and be a super simple way to show off an hourglass silhouette. Now, if you are a triangle or an hourglass, one of the things that we loathe is that gap at the back waistline, because our hips, we've got to fit our bottoms to fit the hips, and that means that there's usually some excess at the waistband because our waist is smaller. Now, these are our cinch silhouettes, so they nip in at the waist. We've got the double buttons here, which is fantastic. We've done it in a straight leg this season. So gals, this is going to be so fun to add to your denim closet. And I've taken and brought forward again my favorite chocolate brown neutral in our slinky turtleneck, and this is just going to be a piece that falls against the body, is beautiful. I've added a long necklace. Now look at, if we put that over the top of the Baron blazer, how nice that is. And then it's got all of these fantastic waist defining features. Now, never fear, if you are not an hourglass silhouette, this is going to help create that illusion too. So we're all about optical illusions with things and working with what God gave us and maximizing it for our maximum confidence. Amy, let's see what you've got for us.
Okay, I think what you might be getting from Rebecca and I is that everything is just about creating the illusion or the look of something. It's just highlighting the things that we love and knowing how to dress those situations that we all have and deal with. So the next body type is diamond. These women have phenomenal legs, okay? But they tend to have larger ladies up front and tend to carry a little bit of weight through their tummy. Now, you're going to notice that I am wearing something that can go for both rectangle and diamond. I would have the tummy coverage with this incredible Evans jacket that I'm wearing, but underneath it, I'm drawing the eye up with a belt, and I'm wearing a nice black leaner leg, so it's going to show off those legs. Now, that being said, I want to talk to you, Rebecca and I talked to you over and over about columns of color. Columns of color are your best friend if you are a diamond, because it creates this really nice, long, lean line through the tummy and chest area, the two things that you are the most self-conscious of. And one thing I want to point out that I see with diamond-shaped women a lot, when you tend to wear a t-shirt or a Serenity tee or a longer sweater, you tend to just pull it down a long way, and it actually makes this area grow long. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to bring the eye up and still have this kind of coverage over that area that you're self-conscious about. So the best way to do that is with a column of color. Now I've taken our slinky tank, and I'm going to bring this closer. Our compass pant. Now they are both chocolate brown. And then you are going to see that I layered our travel jacket over top of it. And if you can see visually what it's doing is it's elongating through here, and yet the jacket is a little bit cropped. It's still going to hit right below the hips, but it is going to draw the eye up. Now, Rebecca just talked to you about a waistline in the jeans and how Hourglass women love a cinched waist. Well, diamond ladies do not like their tummies to be squozen too tight. So the compass pant is actually a really nice option because it kind of is a little bit lower rise and the waistline is not pinched in greatly. So it gives you just that really nice waistline. A couple other jeans that diamond women really like is now blown up as the Malibu jean. It's because I have allergies and I'm like, have this brain fog. So just deal with me for a minute. But anything that's a little bit lower rise tends to be a loved piece, and also a little bit wider waistline. So anything elastic, the hero trouser, or excuse me, the former hero trouser, now the keynote trouser is coming up next. And I'll show you why I'm choosing that one as well. But my next look, instead of making the capsule be inside, I wanted to show you how you can still do color and create a nice long look and have a lean line. So in this situation, a lot of diamonds, because they have fantastic legs, love to wear leggings and a longer shirt. And I just talked about having those long shirts and how you pull them down and then you just are elongating. But I took our little team jacket. When you wear this, it's going to come up higher than the shirt. That's going to draw the eye up. But then you have this nice long lean line here. And if you're going to leave your shirts out and you're not going to wear a belt, then that is when you want a nice lean leg. So I have our new option for our legging. This is our zip legging. It's in our sleek Ponte. It does have functional zipper pockets and zips at the bottom. So it's really fun to play on those fantastic legs. But I wanted to give you a second option that maybe you wouldn't think about because you just go right to leggings. Our new skinny cord is a great one for diamonds because they have great skinny legs and a wider waistband. That's what I was trying to think of. It just had to come back to me. Okay, but our keynote trouser. This is the one that Rebecca talked about. This has a nice slimmer leg, so it's going to help show off your legs. But it also has this really great little elastic band in the back. So although it buttons, it's a mid-rise, so it's not going to be too high. It is going to allow for some room through the tummy area. And I love this nice seam that goes straight down the leg. It's going to help show off those fabulous legs. So if you want something different than just a typical legging, I think the keynote trouser is going to be phenomenal on all of the body types that we've discussed. And it's definitely a basic that you can keep in your closet and use for seasons, if not years to come. And it doesn't collect lint. So, you know, it's kind of a win-win. You guys, we want to thank you for coming out each and every week. We would love for you to share, subscribe, and ring that bell. If you have your own personal cabbie stylist, definitely reach out to her. This is a way that we can provide extra added service to you, to your friends. So definitely share. We want to respect everybody's individual businesses, but we know how valuable cabbie is to so many people in the world that we are going strong 4 years straight now. And we just look forward to doing this every single week with you. Stay tuned because we have more incredible videos coming up each and every Friday, and we can't wait to see you around the corner. Stay stylish and have a great day.